KSAT 12. The Nightbeat starts right now.
High winds, heavy rain, lots of lightning moving through San Antonio tonight. Power outages continue to be an issue.
A live look right now with Storm Chaser tonight as it heads north on I-35 near Wurzbach Parkway. Let's check in right now with meteorologist Adam Caskey. Adam?
All right, well, to put everybody at ease in San Antonio, the worst of it has moved through San Antonio, okay? It got a little crazy there for a while. We had a 77-mile-per-hour wind gust actually measured at the airport. So this was a real deal thunderstorm that moved through. Now the leading edge of it is moving through Seguin, through Guadalupe County, about to move into Gonzales County, moving through Wilson County and into Karnes County. It's still packing a punch, potentially winds of about 60 miles per hour associated with it. But remember, it has a history of those 70 to 80 mile per hour winds. Obviously, a lot of lightning and thunder and heavy rainfall, maybe some small hail associated with it. Small compared to some of the large storms we've seen, where small, about an inch in diameter, which could still cause some damage. I'm going to take the warnings off. We do have a flash flood warning in effect for most of our Bexar County and even surrounding communities until 12:30 a.m. But here's a look at the progression over the past hour, and you see that moving through San Antonio now starting to take a little turn to the south. Some of the highest winds were right here from Pipe Creek toward the Rim, La Cantera, UTSA, and then clipping the International Airport as well along 410 and 281. And now that leading edge is really the strongest part that's pushing to the east at about 40 miles per hour. So we can actually time this out for some of the other communities downstream from this thunderstorm and potentially even damaging thunderstorm. It does have a history of damage in San Antonio. We'll get to some of those photos in a minute. First of all, Falls City about 1028, so that's coming up pretty much right now. You get to Gonzales at 1058, Yorktown 1107, Shiner at 1123, and Moulton at 1127. That's when you could expect this in those communities. We have the flash flooding out there as well. The flash flooding particularly around parts of New Braunfels and into San Antonio from within 410, north side of town, stretching up toward Canyon Lake, Smithson Valley, Bulverde, flash flooding. Not a good time to be going out. I know it may not be raining any longer in those communities, but there's still a lot of runoff, and that runoff is causing the high water. Actually, let's go to our KSAT Connect app, if you can advance the computer really quickly. And this is the picture out of Bernie. Check this out, outside the AMC movie theater. Look how high that is. Timberwood Park, 2 inches of rain, just like that, on top of already saturated soil. This is going to play. Give it a second. It's going to play. This is up in New Braunfels, and you can see the high water there. It's hard to see because of the darkness, but they do have a light shining on it, and that is just right there the perfect example of the type of flash flooding that we deal with in this type of situation. This is a tree that got knocked over near Delview area and West Avenue. Power was out, so you don't have any lights, but this tree, it's like this right here. It looks like it's resting on top of that apartment building. Should be upright, got knocked over, resting on that apartment building. One problem with our saturated soil is it's actually easier to knock over trees because the soil isn't as strong at holding the roots in, and it turns darkness to daylight. We're going to have your forecast. We'll take a look at the radar again, some more coming up. We'll have more photos, take a look at some of the other damage. We'll have your forecast, talk about the rest of the weekend. EC's so often Memorial Day weekend, we've got these damaging storms. I think the worst is behind us now here in town.
All right. Thanks so much, Adam. And of course, we have been monitoring the power situation during this storm. CPS Energy is currently dealing with a number of power outages tonight.
And we're taking a live look at that outage map right now, where you can see more than 32,000 customers currently impacted tonight without any power. We'll keep an eye on that for you. Meantime, taking a look at the roadways, they are also a concern where a lot of that heavy rain came down. There's a lot of ponding on the roadways, so you definitely want to be careful and definitely watch those notorious low water crossings tonight after those heavy rains.
Yeah, this is a look right now at I-10 and I-35. Not a good time to be out there on the roadways. Roads are very, very wet, so be careful.
In other news tonight, it has been a very busy week. San Antonio police have investigated a number of domestic violence related incidents throughout the city.
One man says he intervened to help while inside a car. The night team's Jonathan Cotto spoke with him and looks at some of the organizations that aim to help victims.
Michael Shackelford's dash cam captured this video on Tuesday. He was driving on Northwest Loop 410. It shows a woman trying to shout out for help from the backseat of a car.
She was yelling, screaming, "Help me, help me." And so I decided to get on the frontage road and quickly follow them. And as they're approaching the 410 ramp, she still has the door open, wide open, screaming, "Help me," looking like she's gonna jump out.
She jumped out! She jumped out!
Shackelford says he immediately suspected something was wrong. Police say officers were flagged down near West Military Drive and Northwest Loop 410 around 11:30 a.m.
I saw this incident. If I don't respond or don't call it in, and then I see it on the news the next day, if she was tragically killed or something, I wouldn't be able to live with myself, so I had to do something.
Just the day before, police responded to another call involving what San Antonio police called a domestic violence incident. 30-year-old Samantha Lopez was shot and killed in front of her 3 children on Harlow Drive. On Wednesday, police say a possible domestic violence situation ultimately led to a standoff at these apartments on Thompson Place. SWAT teams and crisis negotiators were on scene until it was determined the woman was no longer inside. Police say the man who forced the woman into that apartment, 38-year-old Jerry Gonzalez, he was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and continuous violence against a family member. The founder of Chain Breakers, an organization aimed at ending the chain of domestic violence, says it's important to remind people there's help.
We just want people to know, males and females alike, that they're not alone, that we are here to help, whether, like I said, with any law enforcement agency. The last thing that we want to happen is for us to have to search for somebody.
Shackelford, who captured the images through his dash cam, says he has since started raising funds to support the San Antonio's battered women and children's shelter and encourages others to do so directly. Police say the victim in that video did sustain minor injuries and was sent to a local hospital just as a precaution. This case remains under investigation. Reporting, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. A confession to murder. That's what investigators say they got after finding several witnesses in what began as a missing persons case. According to an arrest warrant, 36-year-old Andres Perez Tarnava III admitted to killing Marisol Klingenhofer. She was first reported missing in Bexar County earlier this month. Documents say Tarnava accused Klingenhofer of stealing items that belonged to his father, who passed away. Investigators say Tarnava received a phone call notifying him where the victim was. An arrest warrant says Klingenhofer was then shot, dismembered, and burned before her remains were hidden away in barrels. Tarnava has a criminal background and is described as a documented gang member.
New on the Nightbeat, the pandemic has led to several shortages, and tonight we are now learning a lifeguard shortage could be limiting your fun this summer. San Antonio is experiencing it, and so are other areas across the state. The scarcity in candidates is forcing hiring companies to raise wages and offer bonuses. The Night Team's Patty Santos tells us cities and nonprofits are having to get creative to attract workers.
It has a lot of skills that are good in general.
Calix Robledo and Raven McGarity were both looking for jobs that help them build their leadership skills.
I wanted a new job experience.
They're excited to join the City of San Antonio's lifeguard training program and get hired to work this summer. 1, 2, 3. The training is a confidence booster too.
And when I'm here, I'm like, oh my God, I have enough strength and endurance to do this.
They're in high demand as the nation sees a shortage of lifeguards following the pandemic.
We've put up street banners, we've done a lot of social media, we have yard signs at a lot of our facilities and parks.
Summer is just around the corner and many cities and organizations like the YMCA still need a lot of lifeguards to hire.
We are at about 105, so we're about 3/4 of the way of what we normally have. Majority of our pools are that our outdoor pools are opening this weekend, so we are definitely behind where we normally are.
The pandemic and a later end to the school year are dealing a blow to organizations and businesses. Some that count on international students to hire are also struggling due to visa backlogs.
At our summer camp, our Camp Flaming Arrow, they do have a lot of international people that they hire on visas that do lifeguarding as well as camp counselors, and they are also struggling to hire people.
Companies and organizations are offering incentives, increasing pay, even waiving certification fees or paying candidates to train. Cities and nonprofits have a hard time competing, but they're trying.
Now hiring, now hiring, now hiring.
If not enough lifeguards are found, customers can expect less pool time. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Most places say teens and college students over 16 years of age typically apply to be lifeguards, but any adult who has free time and is up for the job can apply. Just head over to KSAT.com if you would like some more information. Still ahead in the Nightbeat, a San Antonio man survives his fight to live after a home explosion. A year later, a new fight, this time in court. A lawsuit naming CPS Energy coming up.
And heartfelt hugs caught on camera. We hear from the military mom who was able to make a surprise visit to her children in Boerne. But first, we want to recognize our own Paul Venema, whose career at KSAT spanned 47 years.
47 great years. Through those years, he has covered so many stories, many trials, and of course made a lot of friends, all wishing him well as he heads into his retirement.
Hi, Paul. It's Mayor Ron Nirenberg. I wanted to wish you well and congratulations on an incredible 47-year career in broadcast journalism here in San Antonio. We are better for your work. I consider it one of the honors of my public career to be interviewed by you. KSAT and our community are going to miss you on the air, but we think you deserve a great retirement. Happy trails, Paul.
A San Antonio home destroyed in an explosion. The man who lived inside the apparent rental property survived and is now filing suit. CPS Energy is named as one of the defendants. The homeowner is also named in the court documents. A picture of the property released by attorneys. This is where Paul Mason lived. You can see the damage left behind after that blast. Attorneys say it happened after Mason lit a cigarette, and they allege CPS Energy was neglectful in the upkeep of natural gas lines. Cameras were rolling when firefighters responded to the fire in May of last year. This all happened on Highland Boulevard. According to court documents, Mason underwent 7 surgeries since then and is faced with having to learn to walk and feed himself. The lawsuit is seeking $1 million in damages. CPS Energy tonight saying they, quote, do not have notice of this lawsuit. If we receive notice of it, we will handle the matter through the litigation process, end quote.
A mother-daughter reunion in Boerne, the first of 2 for Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Ginny Walker at Andrew Elementary. She was able to surprise one of her daughters after an 8-month deployment in the United Arab Emirates. The next surprise came during class. Surprise! Oh my goodness, I cry every time. A third daughter and middle school student was also able to get a hug from mom. For the last 8 months, the 4 of them kept in contact through FaceTime and messaging apps. Lieutenant Colonel Walker says while there were some challenges, one point in her deployment comes to mind.
So March was about halfway, and Evie back there, she turned 10, and I think that was probably the hardest part of that deployment, just not being there. And it's halfway, and you still have halfway to go.
With her tour now wrapped up, her daughters can look forward to spending some time this summer with mom.
Look at those big smiles.
Oh,
welcome home, and thank you for your service. All right, live camp tonight. We're going to take a live look at the storm chaser. It is headed south on 35 over near Windcrest. Still lots of raindrops out there. Not sure if that's still coming down actively where they are, if that's coming off of the road. Adam?
Yeah, there still is a little bit of rain out there. Some of that's road spray right there, but we do still have pockets of heavy rainfall. Of course, this decided to do that right now. Here, 1 second. We're going to go on to the radar. Katie, if you don't mind plugging this in, then we can call that up at the end of the segment. We've been wall-to-wall coverage on the KSAT Weather Authority app, so we've just been continuously going. We kind of ran out the battery on the iPad. Anyway, taking a look at the action out there. This is the big view over the past 6 hours, and you see across the state a lot of activity. Some of it being severe, and now a new batch of thunderstorms that we need to watch, that it's basically up in the western panhandle pushing southward. We're going to keep an eye on those as we go through the night. Odds are they would fall apart as they moved toward us tomorrow morning. We're anticipating mainly just clouds to start the day tomorrow, but that is some severe weather that's approaching the I-20 corridor far west of Dallas, and then thereafter about the San Angelo area. Here's us over the past 6 hours. Look at these storms as they came together north and then dropped south and are pushing eastward now along the coastal plain. That's where we still have some severe thunderstorms and some warnings that are active now. Gonzales, this is moving in as we speak, and about to move into DeWitt County will be the stronger part of the storm. This leading edge could pack the punch of about a 60-mile-per-hour wind, whereas here in San Antonio, it had 77-mile-per-hour winds actually measured at the airport in San Antonio when this moved through. You can see it was very lit up there. Now it's pushing eastward, still strong, but showing some signs of losing its luster a little bit. This has a history of a lot of heavy rainfall with it as well. Take a look at some of the rainfall totals just over the past 12 hours here, since obviously this rain began. And the yellow indicates over 2 inches of rain. Okay, so this is right along the recharge and the drainage zone for the aquifer, which is great. If we're going to have some flash flooding, at least put it in the right spot, and Mother Nature helped us out. Those yellow areas, especially up in Bulverde toward New Braunfels and Green, that's 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. Look at this right there, 3.2 inches between Bulverde and Bernie. You get closer to Green and New Braunfels, same story. So northern edge of Bexar County having the highest accumulations. Flash flooding an issue through about 12:30 a.m. Here's our forecast for the storms. It's mainly east of town at 11 p.m. Obviously, we'll still have some pop-ups here and there around town, but the strongest activity is east of town and east of San Antonio. Then we get into tomorrow morning, and we're mainly just dealing with low clouds. You can see where it's rained, cooler, temperatures in the 60s. Ahead of the rain, where it hasn't, we still have some 80s out there. Tomorrow, about 70 degrees in the morning. If you have outdoor activities planned for the morning, it should be okay. We're going to watch that thunderstorm complex up in West Texas and the Western Panhandle. We'll see if that could affect you in the morning. Sarah Spivey will be here with a full update early on GMSA. So tune in for that. Otherwise, a little bit of sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Maybe an isolated pop-up shower tomorrow afternoon. And then again on Memorial Day. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. I really think the worst is behind us now for this Memorial Day weekend. We got through with it right here at the beginning, Friday evening. We get into next week, we have more storm potential, particularly Tuesday, Wednesday.
All right. Thank you so much, Adam.
Did you know San Antonio is home to an IndyCar racer, and he's starting near the front of the pack at Indy?
Yeah, this is great because it was his first Indy last year, Rookie of the Year. He's originally from Mexico. His parents moved to San Antonio, but now he's ready for another run in the Indy 500 this weekend. When we come back, you will meet him right there. It is Pato O'Ward. And the high school baseball playoffs had Mother Nature also as an opponent tonight. Coming up.
I'm Pato O'Ward. I drive the number 5 Arrow McLaren SP Chevrolet.
And he'll be doing that this Sunday in the Indianapolis 500 in Big Board Sports. The 22-year-old who lives in San Antonio will be starting in the 4th row this Sunday in the greatest spectacle in racing, coming just days after his first ever IndyCar victory at Texas Motor Speedway earlier this month. Patricio Pato O'Ward will be starting 12th overall after finishing with the 11th highest speed today at Carburetor Day, the famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway at 225.501 miles an hour. And he'll be making his second Indy 500 start of his career after winning Rookie of the Year in the 2020 race in front of no fans. This year, the largest crowd to see a sporting event in the U.S. since the COVID-19 pandemic will be on hand.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
No one wants to talk about Deshaun Watson. The Texans organization has organized team activities open this week without their star quarterback. Watson has made it clear he wants nothing more to do with this organization after they ignored his suggestions for a new general manager. However, the Texans' ability to grant his trade request has been complicated by the fact that he is facing 22 civil lawsuits for sexual assault and misconduct. And his attorney, Rusty Hardin, says Watson won't be deposed in these lawsuits until after February 22nd, 2020. Not to mention the NFL's own investigation that is ongoing. So if you listen to the Texans' new head coach, David Culley, it sounds as if Houston is planning on kicking off their 2021 season without him. Working on the quarterbacks they have in the OTAs that include Tyrod Taylor, who signed a free agent contract, and more than likely starter in the place of Watson, or first draft pick, Davis Mills out of Stanford.
They're all getting reps. Everybody that we brought in here, we're repping them. I mean, they're getting reps as if they're the guy. And again, I'm going to go back. All positions, it's been that way. So every quarterback that we've got in here that's working is getting the reps, and that's what the off season's for. to be able to find out. And we're actually doing that right now, not just with that position, but with the other positions too.
Now, if there is one guy on the Texans who is good at adapting to different quarterbacks, is Brandon Cooks. Cooks was clearly Watson's top target last season with 81 receptions, over 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. That was Brandon's 5th 1,000-yard season, even though Houston finished a dismal 4-12. This will be Cook's 2nd season with the Texans, his 4th team in 7 years. It includes stops in New Orleans, where he caught passes from Drew Brees, also a time in New England with Tom Brady, and 2 seasons with the LA Rams and Jared Goff.
For me, it don't matter who's throwing me the ball. I'm going to get on the same page with you and figure out how you like things to be done and put my spin on it, and we're going to go out there and ball. And I think I've shown that time and time again over the years. And whatever the case is, I'm going to continue to show that.
After 5 seasons with the Atlanta Falcons, Keanu Neal signed a 1-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys this offseason, has been reunited with Dan Quinn, who is the new defensive coordinator in Dallas. Aside from changing teams, Neal is also changing positions, moving from safety with the Falcons to linebacker with the Cowboys. Does Neal see himself as a linebacker?
I don't categorize myself. I feel like I can play safety, linebacker. Wherever they plug me, I'm gonna go out there and play at my best. So growing up, I played linebacker in middle school, high school, and then we changed the defense and I switched to safety. So I went to college as a safety, but in my heart, I've been a linebacker for a while. But as time went on, I moved to safety. So I still have an understanding of what everything entails with playing linebacker.
All right, high school baseball playoffs continue tonight. Next, the Judson Rockets tried to get Game 2 of the Region 4 Finals against Austin Bowie in today in Buda after their dramatic come-from-behind victory in Game 1, but Mother Nature had other ideas. After a scoreless first inning, a lightning delay, then rain started to fall, calling it. There will be now a doubleheader, if necessary, tomorrow in Somerset starting at noon. Game 2 of this Class 6A regional semifinals in baseball. Smiths Valley Rangers can move on to the next round while sending the Eagle Pass Eagles on a summer break with a win tonight at Northside Field. Top of the first, Tim Arguello hitting with power. He sends the pitch to the warning track and left. It bounces over for a ground rule double. It scores Cason Wells in the process. Still in the first, Christian Keller comes through with an RBI single to left. Will Strecking will score, and it's 2-0 Rangers after 1. Next inning, Rangers continue to build their lead. Garrett Brooks, the RBI single to right, scores Drew Fa'ala to make it a 4-0 game. It was 10-5 Rangers in the 5th, and the rain and lightning put an end to the fun. They'll pick it up where they left off tomorrow at 11 a.m. UIL Class 4A regional semifinal Game 2 today at St. Mary's. Navarro taking on Cal Allen, needing to sweep both of today's games. Bottom of the first, Panthers trying to rally, down 3-0. Runners on the corners. Then this looks like it'll at least score 1. Tristan Brashears flies out to right. Colton McCreary tracking it. He grabs it, makes the throw to home in time to nab Marco Moncada at the plate. Complete the double play. Great play. Cal Allen still leads 3-0. They add to that lead in the top of the 5th. Alex Salinas drives in Braden Spensel with the RBI single. The Panthers season comes to an end. 6-1 is your final. Thanks to everybody who got out in this weather and got those highlights for us tonight.
Thank you, Greg.
We'll be right back.